The question of the day is, can I, an author, an ultra runner, read and review the book of fellow author and runner Gregory Heel in one sitting while covering the distance of at least a marathon? Let's find out. How do I do this to myself? 6 to 8 hours is my prediction. Page 1, prologue. 1 mile down, 15 pages. His focus was shattered, much like the vase that had just hit him across the head. I like that. About 3 miles and 50 pages in. Just took my first water break. All right, so the treadmill shuts off every 99 minutes, so that'll be my break. 5.2 miles in and an hour and 40 and 77 pages. Hey, the sun is up. I don't know why my phone can't video the numbers on the treadmill, but we're starting again. First gel at 2 hours and 6 miles in, and it matches the cover. 2 hours in, 6 miles, 100 pages. What? Page 129. I'm not gonna spoil it, but whoa. 3 hours and 20 minutes in. Just had my second gel. 10.5 miles. About halfway done with the book. We caught a run, but we're 3 hours and 42 minutes, 11.5 miles in, and I'm back. Gregory, who is the friend? When will you tell me who the friend is? Oh shoot, half marathon done. Wop wop. 160 pages left. You know what, I'm just gonna say it. I like Malcolm. I think he's just misunderstood. I can fix him. About 5 hours in. Roughly 110 pages left. Time for a treat. Almost 17 miles in and my watch says I've only burned about 1,000 calories. I want a lawyer. Page 300, coming up on 6 hours. Oh Lord, I was wrong. I can't fix him. 359 pages in 6 hours and 30 minutes with 6 miles to go. I have never been so happy to get off a treadmill. About 5.5 miles left to get a marathon. I am so glad to be out of that room. So glad to be off that treadmill and actually get to run for a little bit. Here is my spoiler-free review of Heritage by Gregory Heel. Heritage is like this contemporary new adult fantasy about this girl named Jen.
Lap 1, 11:15.
Excuse you. So anyway, she's out of nowhere. This girl Jen finds out she is a wizard, Harry. Just kidding. She's not a wizard, she's a sorcerer. The book was very clear about that distinction. Wizards use wands, sorcerers don't. Anyway, so not only is she a sorcerer, she's like a special type of sorcerer called an omnimancer. Anyway, Jen, being this special type of omnimancer, can control all the elements of magic. Much like all the great sorcerers before her. Aang, Elsa, Captain Planet. I really can't say much more about the story without spoiling it. Anyway, let's talk about the book itself, the writing. Whoo, superb. Absolutely superb. This book was like Star Wars and Harry Potter had a baby and let the MCU babysit it. I mean, fast-paced, action-packed, like it takes off at the very beginning. And it really doesn't slow down a whole lot. It was perfectly paced. Plenty of twists, a lot of stuff, you know. Kind of pride myself on being able to see a lot of stuff coming. And some of it I did see coming, you know what I mean? But there was a lot I didn't. I was pleasantly surprised. The story does follow a lot of established fantasy tropes, which I love. I mean, there's a reason I read fantasy. I don't mind tropes, especially in the fantasy genre. You know, they're very mythic. I think Mr. Heel wonderfully uses those tropes to get you comfortable in the story just long enough so he can subvert your expectations. So yeah, check out Heritage by Gregory Heel. If you like clean fantasy that's well-paced, full of action, memorable characters, fantastic creatures, like Triao. Triao is my favorite. Yes, you can run a marathon while reading and reviewing a book.